then I'd sit and think some more. My, it would be awful pleasing to reason out the reason for things I can't explain. Then perhaps I'd deserve ya and be even worthy of ya. I could dance and be merry, life would be a ding-a-dairy if I only had a brain. Oh.
But maybe you'd better not come with me. I've got a witch mad at me and you could get into some trouble.
A witch? I'm not scared of a witch. I'm not afraid of anything. Oh, well, except for a lighted match.
Well, I don't blame you for that.
But I'd face a whole box of them for a chance of getting me some brains. Look, I won't be in any trouble, because I don't need a thing. And I won't try to manage things because, well, I can't think. Won't you take me with you, please?
Well, of course I will.
Hooray!
Caw!
I'm going to get me a brain. Let's go.
Oh, you're not starting out very well.
Oh, I'll try. Really, I will. To Oz?
To Oz. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Here he is, a whiz of a whiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Well, I'm gonna miss that old hay bag.
I second that.
I never cared for him.
Well, how's that?
Too much of a stuffed shirt.
Oh, are you hungry? But I thought only crows got hungry.
Oh, Scarecrow, all living things need to eat.
Well, I don't need to eat. Does that mean I'm not alive?
Oh, no, Scarecrow, you're the liveliest friend I've ever had.
Well, thank you. Just for that, you can eat as much of my hay as you'd like.
Well, I couldn't do that.
Oh, you don't need to worry about me. My legs can make it all the way to Emerald City no matter what shape I'm in up top.
Well, that's very kind of you, but I don't need hay.
Oh, well, perhaps it's just as well. There's a mother field mouse with a nest in there, and she wouldn't like to be disturbed.
Oh, look, Scarecrow, apples.
Apples?
On the trees.
You mean those little red birds hanging upside down by one leg?
Oh, they're not birds. They're apples, and they're delicious.
Ouch! What did you do that for?
Well, we've been walking a long way, and I was hungry, and who said that?
She was hungry. She was hungry.
How would you like it if someone came and picked something off of you?
Well, I keep forgetting I'm not in Kansas.
Come along, Dorothy. You wouldn't want any of those apples anyway.
Are you hinting my apples aren't what they ought to be?
I'll show you how to get apples, Dorothy. Sure they are. It's just that she doesn't like little green worms.
Worms? Did he say we had worms? That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, I said worms, and probably caterpillars and a whole bunch of wood lice, too.
How dare you? Let's give it to him, girls.
Take that, face slanderer. Ah!
Look out, Dorothy.
Them apples.
We like them just fine, thank you.
Ah! I suddenly twin.
I think it's time we bow down.
Oh, look, Scarecrow, a man. A
What?
man made out of tin. Look, over here. Oh, did you say something? He said oil can.
Oil can what?
Oil can? Oil can. Huh. Where would you like to be oiled first?
His mouth. The other side.
There.
My goodness, I can talk again. Oh, oil my arms, please, oil my elbows.
Oh, did that hurt you?
Oh, no, it felt wonderful. I've held that axe up for ages.
How did you ever get like this?
Oh, well, you see, when I was flesh and blood like you, I fell in love with a Munchkin maiden whose mother hated me. And so to stop me from marrying her daughter, she hired the Wicked Witch of the West to put an evil spell on my axe. When I went to chop down a tree, I chopped off my leg instead.
It chopped your leg off?
Oh.
But by good fortune, I knew of a wonderful tinsmith, and he built me a new leg almost as good as the old one. Back to work I went. You know what happened?
Something terrible, I bet.
I swung my axe again, and dang me if it didn't chop off the other leg.
Oh.
Wow. You should have got a new axe.
I guess you're right. I got a new leg instead, and back to work I went.
You sure were persistent.
This time I chopped off both my arms.
Oh, I could see how you could have chopped off one arm, but how'd you manage to chop off the other?
I told you. The axe was enchanted.
See, Dorothy, if I'd had a brain, I could have worked that out for myself.
I almost wish I didn't get a new pair of the arms from the tinsmith, because the last time I swung my axe was the worst time of all.
Oh, I don't want to hear this.
What happened?
Split myself right down the middle.
You poor thing!
I got a new head and body, but on the way home I got caught in a terrible rainstorm and rusted solid.
Well, it just wasn't your day, was it?
Been here ever since.
Well, you're perfect now.
My neck, my neck. Perfect? Bang on my chest if you think I'm perfect. Go ahead, bang on it.
Beautiful! What an echo!
It's empty. The tinsmith forgot to give me a heart.
No heart.
No heart. All hollow. And without a heart, I'll never be able to love my Munchkin maiden.
Oh, don't cry, Scarecrow. You'll rust yourself. Don't cry, Tin Man. You'll rust yourself again.
That's the great thing about being made of straw. I don't have to worry about rusting.
I used to carve her name in every tree.
You could say that again.
Oh, the smith gave me 10 ribs, but forgot to put a heart inside.
And he begged his hollow chest and cried.
When a man's an empty kettle, he should be on his mettle, and yet I'm torn apart. Just because I'm presuming that I could be kind of human if I only had a heart. I'd be tender, I'd be gentle, and awful sentimental regarding love and art. I'd be friends with the sparrows and the boy that shoots the arrows if I only had a heart. Picture me a balcony, above a voice sings low.
Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
I hear a beat,
How sweet.
just to register emotion, jealousy, devotion, and really feel the part. I could stay young and chipper, and I'd lock it with the zipper if I only had a heart. Oh, I may be presuming that I could be kind of human. I'd be friends with the sparrows and the boy that shoots the arrows.
You could stay young and chipper.
And I'd lock it with the zipper if I only had a heart.
Were you all right?
I'm afraid I'm a little rusted yet.
Well, perhaps you could go back to the tinsmith and he can get you a new heart.
Oh no, he went out of business long ago. Ran out of tin.
Well then, maybe you can come with us to the wizard and he could get you a heart.
Suppose he wouldn't give me one when I got there.
Well, he has to. He must. We've come such a long way already.
You call that long? Why, you've only just begun.
You! You're the one that put the spell on my axe.
Certainly chopped you down to size, though, didn't it? Now you're helping the little lady along, aren't you, my fine gentleman? Well, stay away from her. Or I'll stuff match with you, Scarecrow. And you, Tin Man. I'll use you for a beehive.
I'm not afraid of you.
That just proves you don't have a brain. Allow me to educate you. Here, Scarecrow. Wanna play ball? Just remember, helping that girl to Emerald City may be your last brain ambition.
I'll see you safely to the wizard now, Dorothy, whether I get a brain or not. Stuff a mattress with me. Ha!
Yeah, I'll make sure you get to the wizard whether I get a heart or not. Beehive, bah. Let her try to make a beehive out of me.
Oh, you guys are the best friends anybody could ever have. And it's funny, but it feels like as if I'd known you always. But I couldn't have, could I?
I don't see how. You weren't around when I was stuffed and sewn together, were you?
Yeah, and I was over there rusted for the longest time.
Well, I don't remember. But I suppose it doesn't matter now, does it? We know each other now, don't we?
That's right.
We do.
To Oz?
To Oz.
We're
Off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We hear he is the whiz of a whiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever, oh, ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Oh, look! They're branching out for the wild forest.
I wouldn't want to be seen dead in that forest.
If I lived in that forest, I'd be petrified.
And creepy.
I'm not very bright, but I think it'll get darker before it gets lighter.
You don't suppose we'll meet any wild animals, do you?
We might.
Animals that eat straw?
Some, but usually lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh, lions.
Tigers?
And bears.
Oh, my. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, my.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, my.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, my.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, my.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, my. Oh, look! Oh.
Oh.
Put 'em up, put 'em up. Which one of you first? I'll fight you both together if you want. Fight you with one paw tied behind my back. I'll fight you standing on one foot. Fight you with my eyes closed. Pulling an X on me, eh? Sneaking up on me, eh? Why? Scared, huh? Afraid, huh? How long can you stay fresh in that can? Get up and fight, you shivering junkyard. Put your hands up, you lopsided bag, hey?
Hey, that's getting personal, Lion.
Yeah, get up and teach him a lesson.
Well, why can't you teach him?
Well, I barely know him.
I'll get you anyway, Pee-wee.
Oh, shame on you!
What'd you do that for? I didn't bite him.
No, but you tried to. It's bad enough picking on a straw man, and then you go picking on poor little dogs.
Well, you didn't have to hit me, did you? Is my nose bleeding?
Well, of course not. My goodness, what a fuss you're making. Naturally, when you go picking on things weaker than you are. Why, you're nothing but a great big coward.
You're right. I'm a coward. I haven't got any courage at all. I even scare myself. Look at the swinkles in my eyes. I haven't slept in weeks.
Well, why don't you try counting sheep?
It doesn't do any good. I'm afraid of them.
Oh, that's too bad. Hey, Dorothy, you think the wizard could help him out, too?
Well, I don't see why not. We're on our way there now to get him a heart.
And him a brain.
I'm sure he could get you some courage.
Well, wouldn't you feel degraded to be in the company of a cowardly lion? I would.
Well, of course not.
Gee, that's awfully nice of you. My life's been simply unbearable. Even my family disowned me. Once when I was just a small cub, my father took me to the top of a high mountain, waved his paw, said, "One day, son, all this will be yours." Oh, I was terrified.
Why's that?
I'm afraid of heights.
Well, it's okay now. The wizard will fix everything.
At least you'll be safe if I come with you.
How's that?
No self-respecting wild animal come anywhere near me. Said a lion, a neurotic lion, to a miss who listened to him rave. Oh, the Lord made me a lion, but the Lord forgot to make me brave.
Then his tail began to curl and wave.
Life is sad, believe me, missy, when you're born to be a sissy without the feminine voice. But I could change my habits nevermore, be scared of rabbits if I only had the north. I'm afraid there's no denying, I'm just a dandelion, a fate I don't deserve. But I could show my prowess, be a lion, not a mouse, if I only had the north.
Oh, you'd be in your stride, a king down to the core.
You could roar the way you've never roared before.
And then I'd roar and roar some more. I would show the dinosaurs who was king around the force, a king they better serve. Why, with my regal breezer, I could be another Caesar if I only had the north. I'd be brave as a blizzard.
I'd be gentle as a lizard.
I'd be clever as a gizzard.
If the wizard is a wizard who will sing,
Then I'm sure to get a brain.
A heart.
a home.
The north.
We're off
To see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We hear he is a whiz of a whiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because of the
wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
I think my shoulder pad on my outside phone.
The road seems to go on forever.
If you're tired, Dorothy, we can take a shortcut.
The road curves around this poppy field. We can cut through and pick it up on the other side.
Let's go.
Have you ever seen such beautiful poppies?
I think poppies is my favorite flower.
Oh, the smell is so wonderful. And the singing.
I hear it too. It sounds like heavenly semaphores.
What's happening? What is it? Oh, I'm so sleepy.
Well, here, Dorothy, give us your hands and we'll drag you along.
No, just let me rest for a bit. Here, Toto, you can lay beside me. We can sleep.
We can't rest now. We've got to go on.
Come to think of it, 40 winks or so wouldn't be a bad idea.
Don't you start, too.
It's the poppies. That's what's doing it.
Oh, come on, don't start crying now. You'll rust yourself again. This is a spell, this is.
It's the Wicked Witch. What do we do? Help! Help!
There's no use screaming at a time like this. Nobody will hear you.
Can't get through.
Oh, help, 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 help!
I hear you, Scarecrow. And though I can't undo the magic of the Wicked Witch, perhaps the magic of my own will save the day.
It's snowing.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, unusual weather we're having, ain't it?
Oh no, the Tin Man's rusted again. Give me the oil can, quick.
Oh, I don't have the oil can.
I just realized something.
What?
I'm sitting on it. Unusual weather we're having, ain't it? Boy, that's probably some powerful stuff. I don't feel a thing.
Dorothy, you're awake.
My white magic has done its work. Journey's end is now in sight.
Oh, the Emerald City. We're almost there. At last! At last!
You're out of the woods, you're out of the dark, you're out of the night. Step into the sun, step into the light. Keep straight ahead for the most glorious place on the face of the earth or the sky. Hold on to your breath, hold on to your heart, hold on to your hope. It's you're out of the dark, you're out of the night. Step into the sun, step into the light.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? He really must be a wonderful wizard to live in a city like that.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Come on then.
On to Oz!
To Oz.
To Oz!
We're off to see the
We're off
wizard.
to see the The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Have you ever seen anywhere so beautiful?
The walls, they're so high.
I'm getting giddy just looking at him.
Ring the bell, Scarecrow. Let them know we're here.
Okay, here goes.
Who rang that bell?
Tell that.
We did.
Can't you read?
Read what?
The notice.
What notice?
It's on the door as clear as the nose on my face. Oh, just a minute.
Bell out of order. Please knock.
Now that's more like it. Now state your business.
We want to see the wizard.
A wizard? Nobody can see the Great Oz. Nobody's ever seen the Great Oz. I've never even seen him.
Well then, how do you know there is one?
Because if there wasn't a wizard, why would you be here?
Oh, please, sir. I've got to see the wizard. The Good Witch of the North sent me.
Prove it.
Well, she's wearing the ruby slipper she gave her.
Oh? Well, bust my buttons. Why didn't you say that in the first place? That's a horse of a different color.
Who's he calling a horse? Why? If he wasn't on the other side of that door,
Hey, look, he's coming out.
he'd be on this side.
Welcome to Emerald City.
Oh, thank you.
Have you come far?
Oh, just the longest of ways.
Believe me, every step is worth it. Do you have any idea just how wonderful this place really is?
I've been trying to imagine it, but I haven't got a brain.
They said I'd love it, but I don't have a heart.
That's the only place I don't need any courage. There's nothing here to scare me, right?
There's there's a garden spot, I'm told, where it's never too hot and it's never too cold.
And you're never too young and you're never too old.
Where you're never too thin or tall.
And you're never, 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 never too anything at all.
It's all true. Oh, we're not too mad and we're not too sane, and we don't compare and we don't complain. All we do is just sit tight, 'cause it's also so downright right. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, and a couple of tra-la-las. That's how we laugh the day away in the merry old land of Oz. Buzz, 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 chirp, 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 and a couple of la-dee-daws. That's how the crickets crick all day in the merry old land of Oz. We get up at 12 and we start to work at 1. Take an hour for lunch and then at 2 we're done.
Jolly good fun!
Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, and a couple of tra-la-las. That's how we laugh the day away in the merry old land of Oz. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, and a couple of tra-la-las.
That's how we laugh the day away. Merry land of Oz.
Oh, it's everything you said, it wasn't more.
When do we get to see the wizard?
Will you take us to him?
Is he scary?
The wizard? Well, yes, of course, but let me take you to a place where we can tidy up a bit first.
Oh, thank you. Here we rush with soap and brush to make you clean and fair.
Cat, cat here, cat, cat there. Come over and is strong. We keep cutie, young and fair in the merry old land of Oz.
Can you even dye my eyes to match my gown? Jolly old town!
And swords in arrow subway fair in the merry old land of Oz. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho.
Ho, 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 ho!
Oh,
That's how we laugh the day away in the merry old land of Oz.
We get up at 12 and we start to work at 1.
Take it out for lunch and then at 2 we're done. Jolly good fun! Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, and a couple of tra-la-las. That's how we laugh the day away in the merry old land of Oz. That's how we laugh the day away. The ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, in the merry old land, merry old land, merry old, merry old, merry old land of Oz.
who's her? Who's her?
Oh, it's the witch. She's followed us here.
What's she doing with all that smoke?
She's riding with it.
What'd it say? What'd it say?
Surrender Dorothy.
Who's Dorothy?
The wizard will explain it.
To the wizard.
To the wizard.
Here, everything is all right. Everybody just, everything is all right. The great and powerful Oz has matters well in hand. I hope. So you always can just go home and everything's all right. Did you hear me? I said go home!
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, sir. That's why I've got to see the wizard right away.
Orders are, nobody can see the wizard. Not nobody, not no how.
But you said you'd take us to him.
And I got a permanent just for the occasion.
Not nobody, not no how.
You just gotta make him see, Dorothy.
Dorothy? Did you say Dorothy? The witch is Dorothy?
In person.
Well, that makes a difference. All of you guys wait here. I'll announce you at once.
Did you hear that? He'll announce us at once. I've as good as got my brain.
I can barely hear my heart beating.
I'll be home in time for supper.
Another hour, I'll be king of the forest. Long live the king. If I were the king of the forest, not queen, not duke, not a prince, My regal robes of forest would be satin, not cotton, and not a chintz. I'd command each thing, be it fish or fowl, with a roof, and a roof, and a royal growl. Woof, woof. As I click my heel, all the trees would kneel, and the mountains bow, and the bulls kowtow, and the sparrows would take wing. Fie, fie, where a king. Each rabbit would show respect to me. The chipmunks genuflect to me. Though my tail would lash, I would show compassion for every wandering. Fie, fie, where a king, just a king.
Monarch of all you survey.
Monarch! Ah, shucks.
Of all you survey.
Your Majesty, if you were king, you wouldn't be afraid of anything?
Not nobody, not know how.
How about a hippopotamus?
Why, I'd thrash him up from top to bottomest.
Not even a rhinoceros?
Imposterous.
Supposing you meant an elephant?
I'd wrap him up in cellophant.
What if it were a brontosaurus?
I'd show him who's king of the forest.
How?
How? Courage. What makes a king out of a slave? Courage. What makes the flag on the mast wave? Courage. What makes the elephant charge its tusk in the misty mist or the dusky dusk? What makes the muskrat guard its musk? Courage. What makes the Sphinx the seventh wonder? Courage. What makes the dawn come up like thunder? Courage. What puts the Hottentot so hot? What puts the ape in apricot? What have they got that I ain't got?
Courage?
You can say that again. Wait.
For courage is the thing of things.
With courage, I'd be king of kings.
And the whole year round, I'd be hailed and crowned by every living thing.
Fie!
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 Were king.
Check. Go home. The wizard says go away.
Go away? Oh, but surely.
He is deaf to all appeals. The wizard has spoken.
Looks like we came a long way for nothing.
Oh, and I was so happy. I thought I was on my way home. Oh, Annie Ann was so good to me, and I never appreciated it. Running away and hurting her feelings, and now I'll never get home.
Please stop crying. I'll get you into the wizard somehow.
Oh, thank you.
I had Nat and myself once. Follow me this way, hurry.
Wait a minute, fellas. I've been doing some thinking. I don't really think I can see the wizard today. I better wait for you outside.
What? He was just about to give you some courage.
I'd be too scared to ask him for it.
It's okay, Lion. We can be scared together.
Okay. Oh!
What happened?
Somebody pulled my tail.
You did it yourself.
I'm such a butterpaws.
This way, this way. Step right up. The great Oz awaits you.
Come on, tree.
Oh. Oh. Look at that. Look at that. I want to go home.
I am Oz, the great and powerful. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Oh, I am Dorothy, the small and meek. We've come to ask if you...
Silence!
Oh, Jiminy Crickets!
The great and powerful Oz knows why you have come. Step forward, Tin Man.
Tink, tink.
You dare to come to me for a heart, do you? You clinking, clanking, clouded collection of colleges junk!
Well, Mr. Wizard, a while back we were walking down the yellow brick road and well...
Quiet! And you, Scarecrow, have the effrontery to ask for a brain? You billowing bale of bovine fodder!
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, Your Excellency. I mean, Your Wizardry.
Enough! Oh! And you lion! Whoa!
Oh! Shame on you, frightening him like that when he came to you for help.
Silence, whippersnapper! The beneficent Oz has every intention of granting your request.
What'd he say?
Are you all right?
Just a little deaf. What'd he say?
He's going to help us after all.
He is?
But first, you must prove yourselves worthy by performing a very small task.
A small task? Is that all?
Yeah, your name is already half done.
Bring me the broomstick of the Witch of the West.
But we'd have to kill her for it.
Bring me her broomstick, and I'll grant your request. Now go!
But, what if she kills us first?
I said, go! I've
already got!
You should have given up that crazy scheme a long time ago. I never let you should have seen the wizard.
Well, I'm glad you did. How else am I supposed to get back to Kansas?
So what's Kansas like in the summer?
Beautiful.
You don't have to worry about us, Dorothy. We're not going to let you go after the witch empty-handed.
You can say that again. Oh.
So which way to her castle?
Nobody knows for sure.
You mean no one's ever been there?
Oh, plenty of folk have gone there. No one's ever come back, though.
Oh, boy.
Well, there's no yellow brick road to follow now.
There's no land at all to the land of Winkies.
Winkies? What's a Winkies?
There were once people very much like us, until one day the slave, or the witch got them and made them her slaves. I hope the same thing doesn't happen to you.
Well, so do I.
Just head west where the sun sets.
Is that the best way to find the Wicked Witch?
You don't have to find her. Once she knows you guys are in the land of Winkies, she'll find you herself. Good luck!
Sometimes it's a good thing not to have a brain.